Juventus 2, Genoa 0. We get the job done on Easter Monday. We do exactly what we needed to do, and that was to pick up the 3 points, as Como gave us an Easter gift earlier today, drawing to Udinese 0-0, which means that we're only 1 point behind them, and of course Roma lost to Inter last night. So really, it encompasses a perfect weekend. A perfect weekend of football for Juventus, for us fans, because right now, top 4 is looking a lot more bright, let's say, compared to during the international break. I really didn't expect Como to drop points to Udinese today, but they did. And now there's only a 1 point gap between us and them, and they have to play Inter at the weekend. So we did exactly what we needed to do, guys. That's the reality. We got the job done. And it was a game of two halves in the sense that we were excellent in the first half. Second half was very nervy. But I think that game there just encompasses and embodies Juventus this season, really. In that first half, it was a brilliant performance. And at halftime, I was thinking, well, if we play like this every game, we'd be a top team. You know, we'd be super hard to beat in Italy. And I saw a few other people in the comments on Juventus' halftime post also saying the same thing. And at moments this season, we've been brilliant against Napoli, against Inter in the 4-3. Even when we went down to 10 men, we were brilliant against Inter, against Roma. We've had some brilliant performances, Sassuolo away, but again, in moments. And then the second half sort of highlighted a lot of the issues we've had this season. Lapses in concentration, especially defensively, with the rash penalty from Bremer given away. The big chances missed, which we've had an abundance this season. I think of the Zagrova miss against Galatasaray. You know, McKennie missing those 2 big chances today. Just slowing down the tempo in the second half, which of course is game management as well, but it invites a lot of pressure onto ourselves, and Genoa could have easily found a way back into that game. So it was almost like 2 different halves showing 2 different Juventuses, but the 2 Juventuses we've constantly seen this season, you know, like Jekyll and Hyde, you know, the same person, the same as in like Juventus, the same club, but 2 very different versions. And I say that this game kind of encompassed the season kind of perfectly, because at times this season we've seen a brilliant Juventus, a beautiful Juventus to watch, which creates an abundance of chances, can play teams off the park, like in the first half. And in the second half, a Juventus that's a bit slower, Juventus that invites a lot of pressure onto themselves, Juventus that misses chances, makes silly errors, which was more the second half. Obviously, it didn't affect us because we got the 2-0 win regardless, but who knows? Had they scored that penalty, the last 14 minutes of the game could have been very ropey. And luckily, fortunately, we got over the line. But yeah, we made it a bit trickier for ourselves than it should have been, I think, in the second half. It really should have been a 5-0 game to us. And we missed a lot of chances. The first half, McKennie missed an open goal. Chico Conceição had a few chances as well. Kenan had a few chances. The start of the second half, David hits the post from a brilliant strike outside the box. And McKennie misses another big chance. McKennie should really have a hat-trick today. Let's just say it as it is. But look, guys, it doesn't really matter too much. It was more the result that matters. I just want to see results until the end of the season. We can talk about performances. We can talk about beautiful football, which we saw in the first half, right? Free-flowing team. We were brilliant in transition. We were hurting them in a multitude of ways. They just couldn't cope. The gap between the midfield and their defence was so wide open. We were constantly exploiting it, with Cambiaso driving forward the ball, Thuram spraying passes, Locatelli spraying passes. Conceição was a huge threat. I thought he was the man of the match. He was the best player on the pitch for me today. But at the end of the day, guys, performances don't win you games. There's been times where we've played really well this season, like Inter when we went down to 10 men. We didn't get a point. We didn't even get a result. Granted, we were robbed, but still, we didn't get it. Galatasaray in the second leg, we were absolutely excellent. We didn't go through. They did. And there's been times where we've been, well, you know, not at our best, but we've gotten over the line and gotten the 3 points. And it's a results-based business. That's what we need. We just need results to get in the top 4. We just need to win. It's simple. So I don't really care too much about it, because we got the job done. And look, there was pressure on us, guys. Let's just say it as it is. There was pressure. I know we're playing Genoa, 14th in the league, at home. It should be a pretty easy result. But, guys, we're not fully mentally strong. There's been moments this season where we should be capitalising on results around us, and we haven't done that. But today we did that. That's why I'm super happy and super proud of the team, because we did exactly what was needed to be done in this moment in time. And that is the main thing. In terms of like individuals, as I said, Conceição for me had an excellent game. He just looked like a threat throughout the whole of the first half, especially. All our joy was coming on that right-hand side with himself, with McKennie. It was a really, really good game, in my opinion, from him. Kalulu overlapping. he really deserved the goal. He got the assist to McKennie. It was a nice assist, a really good finish from Weston as well. But he should have scored as well. I think from his performance, he had a couple chances. One that just went wide. Keeper made a few saves. He had a really, really good game. I got a highlight as well, Di Gregorio, guys. Let me not lie, because I thought it was a bit strange. We're 2-0 up. Of course, he subs Perin at half-time. I think Perin wasn't hurt or anything. He just wanted to give Di Gregorio a run around because in the last, or since the Como game when we lost and Di Gregorio made a handful of mistakes, Perin's been the number one, which I don't hate. I don't hate that at all. But Di Gregorio came on and he made a wicked double save to the penalty and then the second one. I think the second one didn't count because the ball had gone out anyway. But that penalty save was huge, bro. It was a really strong save. I think on his left hand coming over, one-handed save to keep us in it. Had they scored that, as I said, guys, the last 13, 14 minutes of the game would have been very ropey, very tight. And Di Gregorio relieved a lot of pressure. And what I loved about it was Locatelli, there was Cambiaso, there was Conceição, McKennie. A bunch of them all went to hug him, celebrate with him. And then he just kind of pointed up to God almost, thanking God. And that kind of just showed like a team unity spirit, you know? And I love that. I love that because Di Gregorio, look, he's made a few mistakes this season. He's been dropped for Perin. Look, that's part of the game. You know what I mean? Like Riyad Mahrez said, it's part of the game, innit? It's one of those things where if you're not performing, hey, your position is up for grabs. It doesn't matter who you are. You know what I mean? Food is food. It's football. But that was a brilliant save from Digre. That was a brilliant save. Maybe that will raise a few question marks potentially in Spalletti's mind. Could Di Gregorio potentially start the next game? Should he? I don't know, but I'm happy for him. It will give him a lot of confidence, and it was a huge moment, and he helped us out massively. I thought Locatelli played really well, as he typically does. Seemed like that Azzurri performance didn't affect him one bit. It was just a top-level performance from him as always. Thuram in the first half was absolutely excellent, super progressive. He played really well. I thought those were the main guys, to be honest. The defence, fullbacks were fine. It was more like a bit shaky at times with Bremer, as I said, lunging into that challenge. A bit rash, he didn't need to touch the guy. That was a silly decision, but Bremer scored. I know he scored the header. It was a deflected header, but in terms of that one moment there, it was a lapse in judgment from Bremer, and it could have cost us, but fortunately, they didn't capitalise on it. But overall, guys, professional win. That's all I can really say. We did what we needed to do, get the 3 points. A good performance overall. As I said, yeah, in the second half we dropped off a bit, but overall I'd give it a 7 out of 10 performance because we scored 2 goals. We should have scored more. We created an abundance of chances. We were moving the ball really well, and I think that philosophy that Spalletti's trying to implement on the team is being reciprocated very well from the boys. And I think with time we're going to see a more structured Juventus. You know, give him time, give him this transfer market as well. I just really hope we can get over the line and get in Champions League football. As I said, Como dropping points early is huge. They got to play Inter at the weekend. And look, guys, you know me. I never want Inter to do well. But the only way I can hope or want, let's say, desire my rivals to do well is if it benefits Juventus. We need Inter to beat Como. It might confirm the Scudetto for Inter, but I don't care. Like, I'd rather Inter win the league and we get top 4 than someone else win the league and we don't get top 4. I'm not petty like that. I'm not like Tottenham fans. Do you know what I mean? If Inter don't win the league, Milan's going to win it. Hey, there's still a rivalry there. If they don't, Napoli's going to win it. Still a rivalry there. So I don't care. To me, guys, if Juventus don't win the league, it's the same. I hate if Milan wins it, Napoli wins it, Inter win it, Roma win it, Perugia win it if they're in the league ever again, Verona win it. To me, it's the same. If Juventus don't win, hey, maybe I'd rather it be I don't know, let's say a Milan than an Inter, right? Okay, true. But if it means that Juventus get Champions League with Inter win the league, hey, I'm taking that. Obviously, because I want what's best for us. And we need Inter to do us a solid. Como still have to play Napoli this season. We got a couple tough games. We got to go to the San Siro against AC Milan, bro. So that's not going to be easy. We got to play Atalanta, I think, at Bergamo as well. So we got some tough fixtures, but we just need to capitalise on these games upcoming. And it was a good win from us. That's all I can say, guys. As I said, man of the match for me, Conceição. Comment below who you thought the man of the match was, what your thoughts on the game were. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for all the recent support, boys. We're like 3,000 off 40k. So please subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. Just click that red button down below. And yeah, that's that. Forza Juve sempre. Fino alla fine. Brilliant win. Professional win. We move. Our next game is... Who is our next game against, actually, boys? Let me just have a quick look, because I should know this, actually. but I don't. Where is Juventus? Give me 2. I'm VAR checking this live. So we played Genoa today. Our next game is against... Oh, Atalanta away. Guys, we got some... I'm not going to lie, boys. I'm not going to lie, boys. I thought Atalanta was coming up later. So when I said we need Inter to win against Como, we also need to win. Hey, so that's... Hey, next match week, guys, it could be do or die. Because we got Atalanta, then we got Bologna at home, and then Milan away. That's a tough 3 games in a row. That is a very complicated 3 games in a row. But we're going into those games with momentum at least. We play on Saturday against Atalanta. Hey, that's going to be tough. But I believe, boys. I believe in that. And we play before Como as well. So we'll see. But yeah, boys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, share it around, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.